Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all ready for an awesome day. So, last night I brought up something. There's been an incident in Iraq. The incident is an Iraqi shepherd out in the fields noticed a bunch of jets taking off, landing. He wondered, as one is wont to do. I'm in the middle of the desert. I'm nowhere near an Iraqi military base. So why are there rockets taking off and landing out here in the middle of nowhere? So, for those of you who have the opinion that those who are not American are backwards, unintelligent, you're wrong. They're exactly the same as everybody else around the world. The reason I bring this up is because, as I said, this farmer noticed, wow, the jets seem to be coming down and then taking off and couldn't quite figure it out. So he did the correct thing. Just as any of us, if we saw something suspicious in our neighborhood, he reported it to the authorities. The authorities reported it to the Iraqi military, because yes, they do have their own military. The military sent out a couple of Humvees to check out the area. What's this farmer talking about? Before I go one step further, this is my tube page. Facts are golden. I invite you to come over, click subscribe. It's free. There's no paywall. I don't do paywalls, okay? At least I don't as of right now. Go over and subscribe to Facts Are Golden. To get back to my story, they send a couple of Humvees out into the Iraqi desert. They get just so far out and find out that there is an is not real base over 80 miles inside of the border of Iraq. And they fired on the Humvees who were coming to investigate what was going on their own land, in their own nation. Now, I want y'all to think about this, and I want some of y'all, members of the military, anyone who served in the military, could you imagine Mexico setting up a full-on military base inside the American border? Building a makeshift area for planes to land, for equipments to be staged. Oh yeah, that's threatening. That's flat out threatening another country's sovereignty. Here, let me show you. Because since Is Not Real tried to lie and say it wasn't there, Iran asked other countries, hey, can you take some snapshots of what's going on in that area? Since they fired upon members of our military who went to go check the area, could you take some snapshots and send them back to us? And they did. Yeah. That is within the border of Iraq, set up by Is Not Real. Now, the area is not really used. There are some farmers in the surrounding area, but it's open desert area, and apparently Is Not Real decided to claim it. We touched it, it's ours now. So we're going to land some planes there. We're going to build some facilities on sovereign land. That's not the point. They would be wrong to do that, right, France? Finance? They would be totally wrong to do some bullshit like this. Iraq has apparently gone to the UN requesting that Israel be sanctioned for trespassing, not just on their land, but setting up a whole fucking military base, and not once picking up the phone going, hey, Iraq, you got this open land. It's only 81 miles from our border, and we'd like to use it. You know, we'd like to set it up as a staging area, maybe put up a landing strip. No. Israel just decided to steal the land. Steal the opportunity to set up a base. Now, our country is saying, America is saying, we didn't know anything about that. We didn't know what they did. These are F-15s landing there, by the way. Landing, taking off, landing, taking off. Hello, darling. I'm from the hellhole known as the United States. Someone over on YouTube asked me where I'm from. I'm from the hellhole better known as the United States. I don't mind answering. Because right now, that's what we are. This shit right here. You pick a fight with Iran. You don't send your military. You don't send your military. And then you steal land from a neighboring country and set on a full-on military base and then fire up on that country's military when they come to investigate what's going on. Literally. Look at this. You set up a base on someone. That's like me coming to your house and deciding I'm going to build a house in your backyard. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm not going to give you a heads up. I'm just going to build the house. And then when you come out to knock on the door and say, hey, what's this house doing in my backyard? I'm going to fire on you. I'm going to attack you. Yeah, believe it, baby. You can look it up. Francis, I'm not asking you to believe shit. I'm asking you, since you're on the internet, go look this shit up. And do you agree with it? Do you agree with this bullshit? How dare they? How dare they build a base on someone else's land, on stolen land, if you will, and then attack them for coming to investigate it? Yes, it is early. I have to start work soon. So I decided to pop on here a little bit early. I can't disagree with you. How the hell do you move into another country and you don't even call Iraq and say, hey, we want to set up a base. We're going to need a little bit of desert land. Can we negotiate this, work it? No. Apparently, Israel thinks anything that does not, well, anything is theirs. It belongs to them. They have a right to just move into it. Because, see, we've already pissed all over Iraq. Remember weapons of mass destruction? WMDs, that lie? Whereby we as a country literally destroyed cities and towns and villages. Right now, with all of this popping off, with Iran hitting Saudi Arabia, the EAU, Kuwait, you made Iraq a target. You literally made Iraq a target. This is a fact. Sorry, Polly. Polly, why would I respond to your DMs when apparently you don't even bother digging for facts or truth? And see, I don't bother with trolls. If you don't have the backbone, the cojones, to actually dig this up and have a clear response to it, why would I bother with you? You're not genuinely curious about anything. Or you'd be curiously looking this up right now. And I hate the AI on here talking about debating the legality. There is nothing legal about what they did. Baby, several other companies have, media outlets have now followed up on this. Don't just take the Wall Street Journal, cognitive dissidents. Search out the other media outlets that have verified this. So I want y'all to understand, we would not allow any nation to do this to us. Why are we turning a blind eye to what is not real is doing? So if they did it to us, it'd be so? You say so to that too? You can read? Cognitive, you can read, right? Again, you're on the internet. Look it up. No. It's okay. Because here's the thing. My fellow American, our IQ, our ability to comprehend, our ability to research is now bullcrap. I am talking about is not real slipping 82 miles into Iraq and building a military base without notifying Iraq. How the heck do you do that? Could you imagine France somehow sneaking into England, building a base? England sneaking into France, building a base? We pissed all over Iraq. Do you forget that, cuz? Weapons of mass destruction, destroying cities, towns, villages. There's a difference between top of the food chain and being a bully. That's it. That's where we are right now. Unfortunately, yeah, he did. But did he have anything to do with 9/11? No, that was Saudi Arabia. And we're still kissing their ass. Iraq is a sovereign nation. We didn't go after Saudi Arabia. Strange, isn't that? Strange. We didn't go after Saudi Arabia, but we went after Saddam. Almost as if we were trying to do cleanup for Bush 1 screw up, so Bush 2 decided he was going, well, I'll get him. Y'all get what I'm saying? We didn't go there because of 9/11. And the reason why our allies right now will not put a finger into this situation is because they're going, they didn't attack y'all. They didn't attack you. We'd be there, we'd have your back. But if you want to be the punk for is not real, go ahead. We're not going to. We are not going to endanger our people because you're foolish. So let's be clear. Is not real has no business being in Iraq. They had no business firing on Iraq's military when they came to investigate what was going on. That's it. When are we going to hold them accountable? And oh, by the way, let's not forget this cute little announcement that BB made. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. BB said, we receive $3.8 billion a year, but we'll have to wean ourselves away from that. Do you know what we could do with $3.8 billion for the American people? And we all know it's not $3.8 billion. We know it's not. We know it's more like $10 billion a year of our tax dollars. Seeing to that they have free health care, free education, free daycare, a stipend paid to families. It's definitely more like $10 billion, in my humble opinion. But my fellow Americans, y'all too damn quiet. Baby, I don't need hair. I like it like this. Because let's be clear, that you're cutting Social Security, you're cutting Medicaid, you're cutting Medicare, you're cutting education, but damn, you can give $3.8 billion a year. You're about to cut Medicaid. Nana and Pawpaw on their own. We all know it's not 3.8. In my humble opinion, it's more like 10 billion. Can we keep that money here? Oh, look at the children. Look at the children in the comments. It's so sweet. The fake Marine, probably a child. Oh, and while I'm on this, can we talk about how Ted Cruz slipped up? He admitted what the GOP plan is. That whole children's accounts for children, that's their plan to wean away Social Security. Get the accounts set up for American children, and then say, wait, why do we need Social Security and retirement accounts for children? Gas, $4.59. Oh, yeah. And it's going to get a hell of a lot higher. But Ted Cruz let the cat out the bag. The purpose of setting up the accounts for American children is to get rid of Social Security. You don't need both. That they want you to start having 401ks, tied to the stock market, as if our stock market has never crashed before. No, baby, I'm 65. I'm about to retire. I've worked since I was 14, baby. But I have no problem with Section 8. Why? Because it helps my fellow Americans. It's the patriotic thing to do. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to be a patriot, but you don't want to help your fellow Americans. Seems like you're telling on yourself. Because let's be clear. Again, Ted Cruz let the cat out of the fucking bag. The whole plan for setting up these accounts for American children is to get rid of Social Security. If I'm working, I wouldn't be getting that. Keep up, fake Marine. And it's how many times has the stock market crashed? Yeah. Keep in mind, only rich people can afford to have a 401k. Because strangely, in our country, everybody that I talk to on the phone who's 65, 70, 80, 90 years old are still working because their 401k ain't doing shit. They can't live off of it. Isn't that odd? You boast about that 401k, but all these seniors are out here working at McDonald's and Wendy's and Home Depot. Try walking through and count the gray hairs walking around, having to work, not wanting to work, having to work. Okay? Having to work. Because they have to pay for their health care. I don't care. It's gotten worse. I don't care. Under Ford, under Obama, under Biden, under Trump, seniors should not have to work. Didn't take long for an unidentified, no profile person to pull out Obama. It's like a mockingbird. Sad, but true. Respect to you. But there are far too many people who are not real military, who fake it. But that's okay. They have no sense of respect for those who actually served. Yeah. But again, I want y'all to pay strict attention. They want to get rid of Social Security. Oh, and by the way, someone explain to those who are supposedly religious that statue down at Mar-a-Lago is sacrilegious. It's a golden idol. Has no one ever watched the movie The Ten Commandments? Has no one ever read the Bible? I mean, they try to cherry pick it. But apparently they're not really aware that you're not supposed to put anyone before God. There will be no idols. You know, the whole 9 yards. And he should not have had to. He should have had universal health care where if he wanted to work, he could. If he didn't want to, he wouldn't. Universal health care, it's a shame. Why do you want one? Do you want one, fake Marine? See, here's the thing. I can't be insulted. I am uninsultable because I really don't give a fuck. But to get back to what I was talking about, Is Not Real has gone into Iraq, set up a military base, and we all, over the last couple of weeks, have seen Iran's reaction. If you have a military base, we're going to hit you. You have an American base, we're going to hit you. So basically, Is Not Real did not give a crap about Iraq possibly being hit by sneaking into their land, building a base. And by the way, the base just opened in February. The base just opened in February. So they knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. They knew it. They knew they were putting Iraq in danger, and they didn't care. They didn't care they were put. Hey, it's not our country. Iran pops off and starts bombing, it's not Israel. It's them. And then they could sneak right back across the border and go, well, we don't know where that came from. Because they accidentally found out about this base that Israel had built in one of their deserts. Imagine if it was another 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And Iran suddenly got a hold of pictures like this and said, hey, that base is a little bit too close. We need to blow that base up. So, do you think Israel would have said, oh yeah, that was ours. Yeah, we built it. Do you think they would have owned up to this base if it hadn't been accidentally found? And again, I'm going to repeat this. When Iraq sent a couple of Humvees to investigate the sighting of these F-15s flying in the area, they shot at them. They shot at them on their sovereign land for investigating F-15s being seen in the area. That's some chutzpah. That's some chutzpah. That's some backbone. Again, that's like me building a house in your backyard. You come out and say, hey, T, what's that house doing in my backyard? And I pull out my pew-pew and start shooting at you. Wait, hold up, partner. This is my yard. My land. You built on my land. I come and question you about it, and you pop off. Come on. Canada couldn't do it here. Mexico couldn't do it here. And Canada damn sure wouldn't allow us to do it there. But Israel is not real, had the backbone to do that shit on somebody else's property. Yeah, that bullshit. Oh, and by the way, in case y'all didn't know, this is what Gaza looks like now versus then. That's a picture from 2020 at the top. That's what it looks like in 2026. Could you imagine anyone destroying an entire area? You have hospitals, you have schools, you have theaters. And that's what it looks like today. I don't care where you're from. When you can't go back to your home and know where your home was because it's been wiped out, because it's been bombed into oblivion, all the while saying, we're looking for the H group. Apparently the H group was that entire area for them to wipe the fuck out. And now they're in southern Lebanon saying, we're looking for the H group. Yeah. If you don't care, sooner or later, it might very well happen to you. And then you'll be okay with other people saying they don't care. Yeah. We don't care about Kansas. No. The person I'm talking to is male. So in God alone, I don't know why you're trying to drag that over there. Okay? So, different conversation. So, it has nothing to do with female Marines or female Marine warrior veterans. It does not. Understand you are on the internet. And unless we were actually holding a conversation, responding to something I'm saying on another page, does nothing. Yes, there are fake Marines. There are people who do stolen valor. You know that as a member of the military. I cannot control your response. That's you. There are fake Marines, fake members of the Navy, fake members of the Army. There are those who live on stolen valor. So again, I just popped in for a few minutes. It's time for me to get to work. My greatest gift is actually working from home. So literally it just means rolling up to a desk and firing up the computer. If you respond every time someone says fake Marine, knowing how many people out there live on stolen valor, that's a problem with you. So anywho, y'all pay attention. There's shit that is not real is doing, that's keeping this shit going, that is endangering innocent people. In this case, innocent Iraqis. They ain't got shit to do with what's popping off between is not real, America, and Iran. They have managed to stay out of it. And for Israel to drag them into this in this way is disgusting. Iran has gone to the UN. And fortunately, let's be clear. These satellite pictures, they didn't come from England. They didn't come from America. They came from Germany. When the UN started saying, well, we're not sure whether that base is actually there or we have no proof, or da da da, Iraq went to Germany and said, can you take pictures? Use your satellite. And yes, those planes are identified as F-15s. The shells that they fired at the Iraqi military were shells commonly used by Israel. So this is Israel doing something dirty in the background. And now Iraq is waiting to see, is the UN going to hold Israel accountable for sneaking onto their land and building a whole ass base, military base, and putting them in the line of fire. Oh yes, we do have to keep our eye on Jared Kushner, because he'll build a hotel over the coffins and graves of those who have been slaughtered in Gaza in the last couple of years. He don't care. He'll build his hotel. He'll build his resort. But this shit right here, oh yeah. And our government is saying, we didn't know they built a base there. We unaware that they snuck in and built a base in Iraq with all of our goddamn satellites, with eyes all around the world. We didn't notice this. At this point, I would not be upset if Iraq reached out to China and said, hey, friend, I'm going to need you to let us team up with you so we can use your satellites since they're pulling all this shit. Just as Africa is teaming up with China, just as South America is teaming up with China, just as Canada is teaming up with China, I'm waiting for Australia. Because literally they've looked at America and said, we can't trust y'all motherfuckers. England, we can't trust y'all. That's where we are right now. But this shit right here, no. This is wrong. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past Iran to reach out to Iraq once they get fully briefed on this shit and go, hey, you want us to come clean house? Are there villages near that base? Can you give us those coordinates so we can do a little house cleaning? We already took out all the American military bases. We can hit that one. Just make sure your people are in the clear. And we'll help you clean house, since they're not supposed to be there in the first place. See what I mean? What's not real gonna say? Y'all bombed our illegal base in Iraq. You had me at illegal. You had me at unapproved. You had me at uncleared. So cleaning house is cleaning house. And we asked Iraq's permission before we went. Pew. That right there. Y'all have a good day. And remember, keep your head up. Voting is mandatory. It is necessary. I hate the Democrats, but I know damn well that R in Republican means going in reverse. And that's what we're spending too fucking much time doing. Always keep your head on the swivel. You got that, baby. Before I leave, ladies and gentlemen, this right here, what the hell did I do with it? Hang tight. This is my tube page, folks. I would greatly appreciate it if you would come over and subscribe. I have no paywall. We have conversations. We do not have debates, okay? This is my tube page. Facts are golden. Please go and tap, subscribe, watch a few videos. When you leave comments, I comment back. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for the educational value and for the conversation. So there's 38 of y'all in here, 35. If at least 10 of y'all would please go subscribe to Facts Are Golden, I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Remember, trust the tea, not the Kool-Aid. And facts are golden. Bye, peeps.